Considering the period from 1953 to 1991, analyze the problems within the Soviet Union that contributed to the eventual collapse of the Soviet system. In this video, you will learn about what caused the Soviet Union to collapse. Some of those factors include a stagnant economy, poor leadership and policies, excessive energy put into the arms race and space race, and also the incident at Chernobyl and many more. A factor that contributed to the poor Soviet economy was oil production and prices. In the mid-1980s, the oil prices of the world dropped dramatically. This created a decrease in the cash flow into the economy. Another part of the problem with the economy was that there was a lack of work incentives. Russian economist Gregory Yavlinsky said that the Soviet system is not working because the workers are not working. Also, an anonymous Soviet miner said that they pretend to pay us and we pretend to work. No one worked because the government could not pay them, which extremely decreased productivity. Although the arms race led to the stockpiling of weapons of mass destruction, it pulled out too much money from the economy. Estimates say that the Red Army took from 1/3 to 1/2 of the USSR's money and financial resources while it existed. This unnecessary cost brought about more poverty in the whole population. The Soviet war in Afghanistan lasted over 9 years, from 1979 to 1989. The Soviets lost 15,000 men, and billions of dollars were poured into the war. Chernobyl was one of the USSR's largest failures. It created a lack of confidence in the government with new technology which it was implementing. Another of the many factors that helped lead to the Soviet system's collapse was the lack of consumer goods being produced and the acute poverty of a large portion of the population. Chernobyl also created distrust in the West, because at first the USSR attempted to cover up the incident, but its impact was far larger than predicted. Gorbachev's plan to reconstruct the USSR's economy and the communist system ultimately failed. The Perestroika campaign, as part of Glasnost, was not thoroughly planned out and helped the USSR begin to crumble. With the Soviet Union beginning to fall apart, Mikhail Gorbachev stepped down from the presidency. Here's a map view of the USSR at its largest, before it fell in 1991. The countries that appeared from the breakup of the USSR were Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Estonia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Russian Federation, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan. Here stands Boris Yeltsin, the first president of the Russian Federation. He stayed in office from 1991 to 1999. The 1991 Soviet coup d'etat attempt, also known as the Red Square coup, was a failed attempt of Mikhail Gorbachev to take back power. This is the Russia we know of today, after all of the turmoil of the Cold War and the struggles within the USSR. Thank you for watching, and always remember, fight for Mother Russia.